Hi, boys and girls. Mrs. Freeland here. You are really becoming strong readers and working into some really good stories. So I really like the pudding story. That kind of made me nervous. I was so afraid for those boys. All right. So what we're going to do today is we're going to compare two stories. So I made a chart that has BME for beginning of the book, middle of the book, and end of the book. And then what you're going to do is you're going to make this chart like I did, and we're going to write down how our character felt at the beginning of the book, the middle of the book, and the end of the book. And then we're going to compare that to another story. So in the pudding story, I'm thinking at first the boys were excited, right? Because they were excited that their dad was teaching them how to make the pudding and they got to help him and they got help him clean up. And they liked the way he did it and his voice. In the middle, they were curious, like they wanted to know what the pudding tastes like. They wanted to try it. Um, and then at the end, they were very scared, right? Because they knew they were in trouble. I'm going to compare that to the Froggy story where Froggy eats out. At the beginning, Froggy was excited to go to the restaurant. In the middle, he was very impatient. He got tired of waiting for dinner. And at the end, he got really embarrassed right when he pulled the tablecloth on his head. And then finally, he was happy at the very end. So, boys and girls, do you see any feelings that match for the two stories? I see. They're both excited at the beginning. Now, in the middle, these boys were curious and Froggy was impatient. At the end, they were scared and Froggy was embarrassed. So those are different feelings. Boys and girls, we can put that in what's called a Venn diagram that has circles. And the matching ones will go in the middle. And then the not matching ones will go on the side. So in the pudding story, the boys were curious and scared. And in the Froggy story, he was impatient and embarrassed. But they were both excited. So that goes in the middle because it's kind of in both circles. And both of them are excited. So boys and girls, that's what you're going to be doing today, is you are going to be reading two stories, thinking about those two stories, writing down how the characters felt at the beginning, middle, and end. Think of a word of how they felt. If you need some help with the words, your teacher or an adult can help you think of words that fit your story, your characters, how they felt. And then you're going to make a Venn diagram. Now, maybe you won't have anything in the middle. Maybe if those characters all feel different in the beginning and middle and end, you won't have anything in the middle. Maybe you'll have more than one word in the middle because I don't know what stories you're reading. So today what you're doing is reading stories, picking out the characters' feelings at the beginning, middle, and end, and then putting them together and kind of comparing in the Venn diagram, which is two circles, how your characters felt. All right, boys and girls, that's some good thinking you're up to. Have a great day of reading.